Well, hi, everybody. It's Larry Jacobs here on Pre-K-12 Education Talk Radio. It's June 19th, 2023, and just want to make mention that we want to commemorate it is Juneteenth today, the day the last slave, so the true end of slavery in the United States, which is an amazing comment to even make, that there ever was slavery in the United States. Think about that for a second, okay? But it ain't there anymore, and it's been going for a long time, and we got to think about it that it actually happened. So enjoy, think about Juneteenth. I just wanted to make sure that we commemorated the day here on Education Talk Radio. All right, we got a nice show for you today. We set it up with Discovery Education. Discovery works with a lot of states across the country, making sure that Discovery Education resources are used statewide, okay? And Arizona, Delaware, Montana, New Hampshire, and my neighboring state, Nevada, Mississippi, South Carolina, and they also work with Louisiana, and they work that through Louisiana Public Broadcasting. And it's a 20-year relationship that Louisiana Public Broadcasting has had with Discovery. And we're going to talk to Nancy Toorean today, who is let me get the exact title here. Nancy is the Louisiana Educational TV Authority, Educational TV Technology Director. Okay, I'm going to bring Nancy on in just a minute, but we're going to talk about how they're using the resources, what the resources are, how they get it out there, etc. I think it's pretty cool. As many of you know, my wife works for public broadcasting in Boston over at WGBH, now GBH. Okay, they dropped the W. And so we're going to talk to Nancy about all the stuff she's doing. Okay, over there just a minute. We're going to just want to do a little bit introductory work. We're going to archive the show over at ace-ed.org. That's our home website for our consortium for equity and education. And over there, everything's free over there, and you can go over and see our magazine, Equity and Access. Just click on the cover. It's an online journal. This and all of our podcasts are there, and also our Excellence in Equity Awards. There's an icon over there for that. You're welcome to nominate yourself, your colleagues, companies you work with. You'll see all the categories when you click on through. The nominations are open until September. All right, but we're letting everybody know every show just so we can constantly keep it in your awareness, and we hope that you do take the time to go over there and click through on that awards icon at ace-ed.org and all the other stuff we do over there. All right, without further ado, that's enough out of me. Nancy, welcome back to the show. It's Larry here.
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
I'm just fine. What's going on down in Louisiana? Cool place.
Oh, it's hot.
Cool place, but newly hot. Yeah.
It's very hot here in Louisiana, but we're surviving.
Yeah, actually, there's a heat wave. I hate to say that because Louisiana's hot when there's not a heat wave. But isn't there a heat wave going on right now?
Yes, there is. And it feels like 110 degrees outside with humidity.
Oh, my God.
You can hardly breathe. You can hardly breathe.
Wow. Wow, that's bad. That's bad. That's heavy duty. Are you in Baton Rouge? Where are you?
I am in Baton Rouge. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Good old red stick. Okay. Yep. Baton Rouge. Okay. Wow. Nancy, just take care of yourself down there, and everybody you work with, etc. Keep that air conditioning running. That's tough weather. I got to tell you. Woo.
Yes.
Right?
Thank goodness for air conditioning.
It's always. And remember, like 100 years ago, they didn't have air conditioning. Think about
I don't
that.
know how they did it.
Yeah, there was still a Baton Rouge back then. Okay, obviously, and wow. Whew. That's amazing. I just take it easy and go jump in the pool. Okay, when you get home,
even the pool feels like a bathtub.
Actually, that's right. It would. Wow.
Yeah.
Take it easy down there, and go. Just keep drinking. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's hot. We suffer up here in Maine in the winter. With our minus 20 and our minus 15 and all that. But I'll tell you, that is really hot weather. There you go. The two extremes. When's it going to pass? By the way,
I think we're going to see some relief towards the middle and end of this week. It'll be more normal, like 90, 92 instead of 99.
Yeah, but you're used to that. I mean,
we are
it's
used
hot
to
down
that.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know
yes,
that.
We are.
But you're talking about 15, 20 degrees, feeling hotter than that, and that humidity. Oh my Lord! I remember I probably told you the story before. One time I had a conference down there when it was in September, and I stupidly put on a suit to go to breakfast. And so I had breakfast at like 7 a.m. and then I had to walk back to maybe 7:30. I walked back to my hotel and the suit was literally, I'd sweat through everything. Okay, and believe me, it wasn't 110 degrees. Oh my Lord! Wow.
Yes, it's really hot.
Yeah, good luck with that.
The only good thing with it is women from the South have beautiful skin because of it. So that's the only that's the silver lining.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy Toorean, always finding a silver lining. There you go.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. That's great to all the beautiful ladies in Louisiana, those lovely Southern belles. Okay. What's going on? Congratulations. The renewal of a 20-year partnership with Discovery Education. You guys are a good team. I know that. And Nancy, tell us what's going on. And tell us how you get the word out to schools that all this is available. Then tell us what's available to them so we know. And by the way, like I said, they work with a bunch of states, okay, and the way they get there is different. This time it's Louisiana Public Broadcasting. But please talk about how the relationship develops, whatever you want to talk about. Go ahead, Nance. Brag. Talk about it. Go for it.
Well, we are so excited to be partnering with Discovery for our 20th year.
Yeah.
And I have been here at Louisiana Public Broadcasting that entire time.
Wow.
So I have
Congrats.
I have long relationships with Discovery and wonderful friends. They're a great partner. And our schools have been using them for 20 years. And so they're very used to Discovery. It's something, it's like if you took it away from them, they probably would not know what to do if they didn't have this resource available.
Yep.
So letting teachers know about it is the easy part because they're already using it. It's pretty much a staple in the classroom. But we also have, we are a statewide public television agency.
Yeah.
So we can reach teachers through broadcast through the entire state. We also have a teacher newsletter that we send out every month that we always highlight a Discovery education resource. And I think there's like 26,000 teachers that get that newsletter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So we have a website, an education website, lpb.org/education, and teachers are very used to going to that webpage for classroom resources.
And are they using it pre-K-12? How's it work?
Pre-K through 12, yes.
Boy, that's great. And I have to ask, I must ask, what's the most popular one? Yeah, like in order, give me the top three?
Well, I would say that probably the biggest resource in Discovery that teachers use are the Spotlight on Strategy. So they're called SOS. And they give teachers these wonderful strategies to use in the classroom with the resources like the videos that they see. So many teachers, everybody knows Discovery's videos, right? But it's much more than that. And so Discovery does a great job of offering resources to teachers to teach them how to use the videos in the classroom in really innovative and impactful ways.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So those Spotlight on Strategies is a big one.
Do you consider that? The Spotlight on Strategies? Do you consider that professional learning?
I do. Absolutely. That is professional learning. And really that's what teachers need more help with. They've got the resources, but sometimes you don't always know what to do with them or how to really use them to make a difference. And Discovery does a great job with the professional learning in their platform.
Yeah, and there's another side to this, and we all have to work very hard. And I know you know this, to make teaching easier. Not that teachers aren't
Yes.
hard workers and don't appreciate hard work. Don't misunderstand that. Okay, but they are just inundated with paperwork and reports and meetings, all that on top of actually preparing classes and marking papers and assessing kids and all that sort of stuff. I mean, it's I'll say it, it's brutal work these days. And anything we can do to make a teacher's day easier really, really matters. Okay,
yes,
it really
we
matters.
call those grab and go. They need something to grab and go.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're
you do.
exactly right.
And also, I'm going to make another point here, and I know this is happening in not one of your neighboring states, but down south. I talked to a gentleman down in Georgia about this. A school district I know down there was forced to hire, and I'm sure this is happening in a lot of places. Please don't misunderstand. Okay, uncertified individuals who want to be teachers. Okay, they need teachers, and they can't find them, so they're hiring people who want to be teachers, giving them emergency certification, etc. They need people that they hope will last a long time in the classroom. Probably happening in Louisiana too. Okay, but
Absolutely.
in order to make those people effective and comfortable in their job, we have to provide them with this kind of material. They can't just walk in off the street and start teaching and start creating stuff. All right.
Absolutely
the resources have to be made available to them, and it's a great thing that you're doing. And I have a question for you. This is
Sure.
Louisiana Public Broadcasting. Okay, so you are a television channel, if I may, and I know you do like Antiques Roadshow and Masterpiece Theater and all that sort of stuff. All right, but look how involved you are. Okay, in the education, I have the number here. Over the 20 years, it's like 58 million students. Okay, no, more than 50. I had the number wrong. More than 58 million Discovery Education digital resources have been used by millions of Louisiana teachers. I don't have the number of kids. I made it wrong. Teachers and students in their academic endeavors. Okay, but that $58 million thing really matters. Okay, 58 million resources really matters. Point being, okay, how did you guys, and this is good, get so involved in the schools in Louisiana? Because I remember, when I was a kid in Philadelphia, we had a public broadcasting station, or it's still there. Okay, it was Channel 12. All right, and they had a couple of kid shows, but then they had some educational shows for adults. All right, but back when I was a kid, which dinosaurs still ruled the earth. All right, when I was a kid, all right, when I was a kid, they didn't have per se educational programming for kids. That did not exist. Okay, and I'm talking about giving schools resources and all that. And what prompted Louisiana to do this? It's the right thing to do, and it's so good that they did it. But how did it all come about? That's cool. Good question. I like that question.
Well, I think traditionally public broadcasting has always been about educating people, whether you're in preschool or you're an adult. PBS has some of the most amazing resources that have been developed and created to help people learn new things. And I think most of us all grew up on Sesame Street, right?
I'm so old. My kids grew up on Sesame Street.
Well,
not
your
me.
kids grew up on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
But so traditionally, PBS has always been a part of the learning process, especially for young kids. We have PBS Kids shows, and every PBS Kids show that's ever been developed is done with an educational framework. So there are important skills that are being taught in every episode, whether it's social-emotional learning or it's STEM or it's literacy, and a Discovery does the same thing. So it's a great partnership because not only do we have PBS resources, we also have the discovery resources.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You folks, yeah, congratulations to Louisiana Public Broadcasting. Let me change the way my question is. Okay, congratulations to you folks. Okay, because you are a TV station. Let's just talk like that. All right, and you provided great shows like Sesame Street, perfect example. Okay, and parents have been using that for years. But you in Louisiana, you guys work with Discovery. That's real. Not to make light of the other stuff. That's real education resources. In all 50 states and around the world, school districts use Discovery. They purchase it. Okay? They buy it because they know this stuff works. You at Louisiana Public Broadcasting actually did that for them. That's a lot deeper. Okay? That's incredible. Okay? That's fantastic. Okay? Than just doing Sesame Street and Arthur and all those programs. You guys are actually providing them with the resources they need to really educate these kids. And again, not to make light of the other stuff you do. But what prompted that? I mean, that is really saying something. By the way, I hope you got the feeling I'm congratulating you, because I am.
Yes, I understand what you're saying now. Well, I just think Louisiana Public Broadcasting realized the value of this incredible resource, knowing that what a great thing to provide to the teachers and students of Louisiana. I mean, how could you go wrong, honestly? And so we've been doing it for 20 years, and it's just been something that is really valued here. It's just an additional resource, and we all know Louisiana comes last in a lot of things, and we need all the help we can get. And we just realize that, it's whatever we can negotiate and provide to our school districts in addition to what they already get is just pie in the sky. It's wonderful to be able to provide that.
It is. It is, and I know teachers appreciate it. I hope parents appreciate it. I just have to say this: there are some politicians who don't like PBS. Okay, but you're the classic reason why there needs to be a PBS, because not only are they providing the programming, you're also providing the learning resources that go directly to help teachers, help students, help the teacher shortage. Okay, help teachers with their time management. I mean, that's really saying something. And I hope, and I know we're talking to educators when we do this show, but I hope that people across Louisiana really appreciate what you're doing when you're doing your fundraising and all that sort of stuff. It's really, really, really important that what you guys did here. You made an incredible decision 20 years ago, and you stuck with it ever since. And that's saying something, Nancy. I got to tell you.
Well, thank you.
That's really saying something.
Well, it's important to us. We really truly believe that it's, we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, you are. You are indeed. And let's talk for a second. Louisiana, like every other state, is coming out of the pandemic. We're a year out of it now. Hopefully that's long behind us. All right. Things changed out there. All right, for everybody, not just Louisiana, for everybody.
Right,
all right.
Right.
Harder to find teachers. The kids are a little wackier, et cetera, et cetera. There's a teacher shortage. We can break down the whole list. Okay. Talk about how that changed as you work with Discovery, as you work with the school district. What changed since the pandemic that you've noticed?
I feel like professional learning has become more digital. Mm-hmm. Since the pandemic, obviously.
Good point.
I think slowly people are starting to gather more, but I think, especially in education, people see the benefit of doing things online. It's easier for people to get to. We have a lot of rural areas here in Louisiana.
Yeah, you do.
It's not easy to travel. We're hit with, hurricanes. Places in our state can just be totally destroyed during hurricane season. So for us, it's not just the pandemic. We have other problems as well that keep us from learning physically together. So this is something Louisiana has really embraced, because at any given moment we might have to go back home to learn because our electricity is out for 2 weeks, or, we don't have any water. So it's become something that's just norm here.
Yeah.
So teachers really like to be able to go online and get what they need, rather than trying to travel around the state to meet in person.
How's the broadband situation? Okay.
Our broadband is getting a lot better. It has become a priority since COVID, and we are working to get those rural areas their connectivity. I think it's improved a ton since COVID, and it will continue to improve.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, it really has to. And I'm curious about something else, and this, I think, is always something that's lost in the shuffle, and that's with almost any product or service. I have always found that not to knock them, but I'm going to a little bit, that the education schools, the colleges that prepare teachers, are behind in teaching new teachers what's out there for them to use. It kind of sort of falls on the school district, okay, once that person graduates. All right. And I'm curious, is Louisiana Public Broadcasting, and you are in charge of the education side, so to speak, are you guys in touch with the teacher education schools throughout Louisiana and saying, hey, here, we've got all this discovery stuff. This makes it easier for teachers, okay? Or do they know what's going on, the teacher education colleges and universities?
I wouldn't say all of them know what's going on, but the major universities here, yes, I think know what's going on. One of the big problems that we've been having in the last 2 years is the enrollment in the education at Ellis is just down, tremendously.
Everywhere.
And I'm sure it's everywhere. So it is truly a crisis trying to get young people to go into this profession. It's scary.
It is.
But yes, I do think they do know of the resources that public broadcasting offers them. We do offer workshops. We offer online workshops. We go and we present to pre-service teachers to let them know that the resources are there.
Great.
So we do that occasionally. I wouldn't say it's often, and we probably should be doing it a lot more. So that is a great idea, actually, that we need to start reaching out.
And believe me, everybody's lax on that, and we got to make sure that the resources are used well. We tend to leave it to a principal to tell his teachers or her teachers, okay? And we got to do something about it.
You're right.
The other thing, I was just talking to the president of the NASSP, the National Association of Secondary School Principals, and he's concerned that we don't do enough to promote education as a career, which is why we're facing such a shortage, or at least one of the reasons we're facing such a shortage. All right, and he used the example of, if I say to you the few and the proud, you immediately think of the United States Marines. And we think of that because we see so much advertising, the few, the proud, the Marines, okay?
Right.
And they've done that purposely, okay? Good group, by the way, but they've done that personally, professionally, on purpose to make it happen, okay? And that's what you think. That's what advertising does. So people, young men and women, literally, and they're tough, okay? Young men and young women join the Marines, okay? Because of, if I may, I'm sure they're patriotic, but it's influenced by the advertising. That's the point of the advertising. All right? And we have to do the same thing for education.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm curious if anybody's approached you. And again, you are educators and broadcasters. Okay, how do we get people into the profession using the power of discovery and Louisiana public broadcasting? It's such a good combo for this. It's a good idea, I think.
It is a great idea, and we do a lot of work around careers, letting children know what careers are available. And you're right, we don't do enough to promote the teaching profession, which is terrible. It is. We need to come up with a great marketing campaign like
we do.
the
We all do. Yeah,
yes,
we
do.
do.
As a nation, it is at a critical level, and we do need to come together to figure that out. And I do think public broadcasting is a great place to start.
It would be.
Yeah.
I've got you on the phone. I figured I'd ask. It's a good go. What is his name?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman? Mr. Copeland. Okay. Actually, I just realized that.
Yes, we will have to approach Mr. Copeland. He is our
your
new CEO
president.
here at LPB. Yes, he's president and CEO.
I just realized something. My son lived in New Orleans for a number of years, and one of the reasons was that his lovely girlfriend, who lived in Long Beach, Mississippi, right by New Orleans, lived there. So they moved down there, and we loved it down there when he lived down there. And their last name was Copeland. I just realized that. Okay,
Oh,
I got
wow.
Copelands around. I got Copelands down through New Orleans, all right, and all that sort of stuff. Louisiana, that's cool. Okay, but it's really something we got to consider and really push. My standing joke is that whenever a high school has a career fair, they forget to have a booth to become a teacher. They got veterinarians and firemen and cosmetologists and all that sort of thing, but they forget the education side. We got to push it. We've got the audience. Okay, and a group like Louisiana Public Broadcasting, and I'm not laying this on you. I'm just talking about it because you're
I
here.
think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
It's just something we got to do. And I am so proud of you guys, and you should be proud of yourselves. I'm so for being so thoughtful and doing so much. Okay, for the kids of Louisiana. I mean, this is a big deal.
Well, thank you. It is a big
that you really
deal.
do this. Yeah. And we do it for teachers, too. Okay? It's great stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank
okay?
you.
I mean, I got to tell you, really, spread the word. Go nag Mr. Copeland about putting some ads on to become teachers.
I am. That's a great idea.
Tell him I said hello, even
idea.
though I don't know him. Cece.
I sure
Clarence
will.
Copeland. Cece, you tell him. That's what we got to do, okay? And it's great stuff. And you just keep up the good work. You are welcome here anytime because you guys are providing such a great service to the students and the teachers in Louisiana. And we don't want you to be number 50 anymore. Okay,
no, we don't either.
Get that climbing. Okay, and
thanks,
good luck
Larry.
with the heat. You're welcome, Nancy, and good luck with the heat wave. Do not leave the building unless you have to. Okay.
Take care.
I'll talk to you again. Thank you, Nancy.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow. Louisiana's a great place. It is. Maine, where I live, is a great place. But it's not great. Maine is not so great in the middle of February. Okay? It's tough up here. And when it feels like 110, when people in Louisiana are complaining about the heat and the humidity, it's tough down there. Okay, so I hope everybody's okay down there and gets through this. All right. I know those air conditioners must be running like crazy. All right, we're going to archive the show over at ace-ed.org. Check out what we do over there. I've got Discovery Education linked up on site here as well. My name's Larry Jacobs. This is Pre-K-12 Education Talk Radio. Thanks for listening.